je. Okay.
I forgot what's the first race.
MTC dengan apa? MTC dengan MT2 VG.
MT2.
MTG.
MTC and MT2
Yep.
DNG.
What? Boss! Yo, love you too.
Too much.
Dua minit ni. Dah lu. You really cannot see somebody with a camera.
Satu minit. I have questions to ask. Don't go hand dry anymore lah. Don't.
Okay, hari ni kita nak tengok smelling ke tidak lagi.
Kita nak test lagi video.
macam dipotong ni nanti.
So itu bukan salah kita. Kalau kita tak interview dia lagi tak kira. Exciting is it? Why? Herzlich willkommen, meine Damen und Herren. Willkommen im Sepang International Circuit.
The ultimate. Main technical partner for Lamborghini Super Trofeo. Ventus. Hankook Tire.
Welcome back to the Petronas Grand Prix of Malaysia. You joined us at the Sepang International Circuit for our 19th round of the MotoGP World Championship. It does not get any more tense than this, potentially any more dramatic than this. The stakes could not be higher. The biggest race of the season is go. It's lights out, we're racing here. In Sepang MotoGP, Martin runs wide. Bagnaia seizes the inside line. Oh no, there's damage by the back. Big crash by the back. The biggest prize on two wheels is on the line next live. It's time to race in MotoGP.
Okay, we're coming soon. Okay, ready? It is scorching hot, it is boiling hot down here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. But believe you me, we will not stop from giving you the best coverage that we can live as things happen down here for the Malaysia Touring Car Championship. A very good morning to all of you who's watching us all on our socials. As always, it's me, Mio Ardan coming to you live together with my charming lady friend here. We got Erin Chung in the house. Erin, excited, hot day, but still it's gonna be hotter down there.
Exactly, amazing, amazing joining us for the round 3 of MTCC this year. Now, Mio, you know what's gonna be hotter later on as
What
well?
is gonna be hotter? Apa yang panas lagi?
Yes, what's happening on the 24th till the 26th of October, which is the Petronas Grand Prix 2025. How do you feel about that, Mio?
Oh no, I'm super excited. Not just for this race, but also apa yang akan berlaku. Macam Erin cakap tadi, bulan Oktober nanti adalah di Malaysia Grand Prix, di Grand Prix of Malaysia 2025. Bersecara langsung di sini, pastikan you all dapatkan tiket-tiket. You all selling like hotcakes. So make sure you don't miss it out. Go to the website, sepangsircuit.com. Kita boleh tengok sekarang ni, Erin, as we can see all the cars walking, or should I say walking, are going through behind us right now, getting themselves on the pit, or should I say on the grid, getting themselves ready. Semua dah tak sabar ni. Race apa kita nak tonton hari ni?
Okay, for today we are actually going to be witnessing the MTC, MT2, V and G categories. We are super excited. A lot of wonderful gearing up cars to be lined up on the pit shortly. I don't know. I'm actually like so hot. I'm sweating inside.
Exactly.
But I'm also feeling the heat from the cars as well.
Reminder, this is round 3, race 1 yang kami bawakan kepada anda. So make sure you guys tune in from now until the end. And jangan lupa juga, later in the afternoon, we're going to have another race, which is the TP category happening also today. But now, again, as always, we're going to go.
You know?
We got 2 gentlemen out there who I bet is not even shedding a sweat at all. Tak berpeluh langsung. Always kita complain every single time. Jeev and Nick, comfortable, right? You guys? Lovely. Let's go. So
Wait, today I don't know. The sweat.
Mio and Arena and Nick and I are in the commentary box. Yes, it is cooler up here. Obviously, it's a bit cooler up here. But, you know, as I said, we would do it even if it was hot.
Yeah, of course. You know, the action has completely absorbed and mesmerized us for the first 2 rounds. And Jeev, the biggest grid of the year is happening this weekend. What's not to get excited about?
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening for round 3 of the MTCC. Of course, if you have been following us for a good few years now, you realize this is the MCS again, except it's been rebranded to the MTCC, which is in line with global touring car standards. It's round 3. It's the start of the second half of the season. And as Mio and Arena pointed out, 2 races are going to be happening today. First of all, we've got this 1 hour plus leader, 50-minute plus leader race for MTC, MT2G and MT2V. Very tight in terms of the point standings. MTC is 6 points between the top 2. MT2G is 2 points between the top 2, and MT2V is 9 points. That's how close it is for this section of the Malaysia Touring Car Championship. Touring Production and Touring Production 2 will get to, of course, later on at 1:45. That's when that race is going to be kicked off. That's, of course, a half-hour sprint race. But very close, Nick.
Yeah, and another thing to get excited about is the debut of the Honda Malaysia racing team, who have finally made their foray into the MTCC. They, of course, one of the most successful teams last season, accumulating 8 podium finishes, and they will certainly add to the intensity and excitement.
That's not the only big news for Honda this weekend, because not only are they, you know, joining the racing as well, but there's also this wonderful Honda Mega Meet 2025. It's a huge day-long festival that's happening up here. It's supposed loads of people are coming in, so do, if you're in the area, do check out the Honda Mega Meets. It's motorsports and lifestyle festival is how it is, but there's all sorts of things, car showcases, contests, family-friendly activities, food and beverages, merchandise booths, you name it, all happening up here in Sepang this weekend. So you've got that happening off track. On track, we've got this great competition, and as you can see, it is about 3 minutes away from flag off right now. Very, very hot, as Mio pointed out. You can see the heat haze just all over the front straights. Now, we've seen a lot of, as usual, I should say, you know, I've been doing this for, what, 8 years now, but over those 8 years, anything that can happen does usually happen in an MTC race. Before we get to that, don't forget, of course, the Petronas Grand Prix of Malaysia, 24th to 26th of October. Arena and Mia were talking about it. Get your tickets now at sepangcircuit.com. There's all sorts of family bundle packages. For a bundle of 4, it's up to 25% off. Everything's selling fast. The main grandstand tickets are 345 ringgit. And the premier seat, I've heard, of the Marquez Tribune is already sold out. So do get yourself onto sepangcircuit.com and check out that Malaysia Grand Prix for 24th, 26th October. This is VIP dining access, all-day dining with your paddock pass starting from just 108 ringgit a day. Another thing just for MTCC as well. I told you we're in line with global standards now, so there's an entirely new feel to MTCC this year, and that's one of the parts of it, MTCC hospitality. So it looks like everyone's about ready. In terms of qualifying, who is the fastest on track today?
Yeah, we had Hayden Haikal and Rahul Raj who clocked in the fastest time. Surprise, surprise. And they clocked in at 2:30 fastest lap yesterday. Putra Adam Avila Baha was second. Daim Hishamuddin, Aaron Hakim were third. That was in the
2:37.83 was Hayden Heikel, and Putra Adams are HMRT Honda Malaysia Racing Team at 2:31.691. Only 2 cars to break 2:32, I notice.
Yeah. And in the MT2G, it was Kang Chi Kong and Chow Tek Song who topped qualifying. Second place belonged to Ong Wai Kong and Tae Kian Boon, Gilbert Ang and Ku Chi Yen in completing the top 3 in qualifying. That's usually somewhat of an indicator.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I told you one of the things about this championship, whether it was MCS or whether it is now MTCC, is that all these guys, they don't just come here to race for, you know, the prizes aren't huge, the kind of fame you're going to get is not huge, but they just love racing against each other, and that's what's most important when it comes down to it. After all the motorsports you've ever watched, it's about who wants and loves to race, and these guys. There is Hayden Heikel right now.
I think one of the biggest things that we were speaking of air was the turnaround time between the last race and this race.
This is
and to our collection, this was the shortest turnaround time.
That's very, very true, Nick. This is, in my recollection, and that's 8 years, and the whole season, I mean, the whole championship's only been up for about 11, 12 years, has been the shortest turnaround. Now, if you were a well-funded team, if you had loads of money just pouring out of everywhere and you had car parts and, you know, car chassis everywhere, then that could be okay. But these guys, as I said, they put together these budgets, they try and race right to the limit that they can in terms of expenses. So having a race once a month or having 2 races a month is actually a very, very big, significant thing. Now, let's get down to the grid because, as I understand it, Leo and Arena are ready to talk to some of these drivers.
All right, guys, I'm now together with Putra Adam from HMRT. All right, Putra, it's good to see you again. But where have you guys been for the past 2 rounds? Mana you all duk bersembunyi ni?
We've been preparing this car for this season, but unfortunately some parts didn't arrive, so we didn't manage to participate in rounds 1 and 2. So now the car's finally here, and we're using round 3 and 4 as R&D for S1K this year.
All right, and obviously the fact that, you know, looking at the history, HMRT has always been up there, always been giving the best, and we always see you on the podium. Granted, you missed out on the first couple of rounds, but it would be business as usual for you when you see you racing later until round 4 and S1K?
Yes, I think it's business as usual now. I think what's most important is to collect as much data as we can for S1K. But yeah, we're on the grid now and we're ready to go racing.
All right. And of course, I mean, like, you not making any prints for the past couple of races, now back in the car, at the front, no less. How does that make you feel? I mean, more confident, obviously, more comfortable in your own element?
Yeah, I think I've had my fair share of races this year and I'm back in Sepang. And now I'm just as confident as ever and I'm ready to go.
All right, man. Good luck to you and hopefully to see you on the podium later, man. Have a good one.
Thank you.
All right, gents, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Mio. That's exactly what I was talking about. They actually, Putra Adam just said it right then. There were parts that didn't turn up at the right time, so they couldn't make round 1 and 2. So you have to put those things away. You can't make the whole MTCC championship. Instead, now you're going to look at collecting data from these last 2 rounds, and what a way to start. I mean, they're in second spot.
And I think they will look to pick up from where they left off. 8 podium finishes last year. Putra Adam and Avila Baha, of course, among the mix as well. I think the other combination was Faris Fauzi and Aaron Lim in the other car. But HMRT, you can never discount them. Last year, I remember they had a patched up car and they still managed to finish with a sizable lead.
So you just saw the 30-degree weather conditions as well. Let's get back down to the track now and let's talk to car number 33.
All right, here we are, car number 3 for the MTC category. We are with Nikhil. How are you, Nikhil?
Yeah, feeling good.
Feeling good. How do you feel about the race? Now we are at round 3. Do you think you've done enough for the first 2 rounds, and what are you going to do for this round?
Yeah, we had a couple like mechanical issues last round. I think without those, we'd be leading the championship quite easily. So yeah, let's see. We're starting 4th. Honestly, yeah, yesterday we had a bit more mechanical issues, but I think again, if we tidy that up, it should be quite easy to push in front, I think.
Okay, what is your most challenging take? I think you mentioned some mechanical issues. Do you think that's going to hold you back this round?
Hopefully not. I think other than that, it's not too much. Just see what we can do. Whatever we have, we just do the best of what it's capable of, and hopefully that means we're further in front of the championship.
Okay, can't wait to see you on the track. Good luck to you, and back to you guys.
That was, with all due apologies to car number 33, that was the number 3 car, the Brandon Ho and Nikhil Bora. That was Nikhil Bora, the Honda FK7. Yes, they're in a very good position right now in terms of the overall standings. And so a good performance here by any of the top 4 is going to set them up nicely for round 4.
Yeah, they had a great round 2, finishing on the podium twice. 2 runner-up finishes, definitely looking to build on that. I think it's a very competitive MTC, G. If you're just looking, it's a very tight field, but it's packed with experience and exciting young talent such as Nikhil Bora.
Yeah, and it is standard touring car points, so 15 for a win, 12 for second, 10 for third, and it goes all the way down after that to 1 point. So 6 points between those two at the top of MTC. So now car 122 is the focus of our interview, and that's Axel Sports, who are going to be talking to one of the guys on the grid.
All right, guys, now I'm here at the front of the grid for the MT2G category. We've got Aman here sitting comfortably in the car. Mate, how are you feeling now at the forefront for your class?
Feels good. Nothing to worry about in front of us. Just need to take a good start and then keep pushing, build a gap, and yeah, that's the plan.
Right. Obviously, when you talk about your own category, there's a lot of competitions out there, a lot of cars who are racing to get that final spot for the whole points accumulation. How has your team been performing so far, and maybe what are the things that you want to improve on?
I mean, we've been performing good. I think our car is set up better for the race than qualifying, but we still put it on pole position, which is really nice. So now just need to try to manage the tire for the race, and yeah, that's it.
All right, okay, cool. We don't want to take any more of your time. We're about to get started. Good luck to you, and hope you have a great race, man. All right, guys, that's it from the grid. Back to you, Jets.
Thanks a lot. That was Aman there from Axel Sports. Just qualified 0.02 of a second faster than Nisa Racing. So do look out for that fight that's going to be happening in that category.
Like we were speaking about earlier, Jif, the quick turnaround also means that these teams would have straight had to get to work as soon as round 2 was done.
And literally,
yeah,
the minute
and
it
fix
finished.
all the issues and go through any R&D that needed to be done, analyze the cars, get the pit crew complete. And basically, the turnaround time, do you think that was the biggest challenge coming into round 3?
In terms of regular formatting, this is the shortest they've had. But of course, during the pandemic years, when racing was really severely limited around here, they had bunched up races, so it would actually be 2 races in one day. And then the next day they'd have to, basically 2 rounds would be in the space of 1 weekend. That's the quickest I've ever seen these guys turn around cars. And to be honest, everybody was under a lot of pressure under the pandemic, so it's a bit, you can't take that as being a regular standard way of doing things. For this, we heard it from Putradan beforehand, it's about getting parts sent at the right time. It's about, building up the car to the right speed at the right point And if you took a knock, and we saw the knocks that people had last
Yeah, Hayden
night,
Heikel and Rahul
huge
last
knock,
week
right?
in round 2.
The starting, one of the starts was so messed up in round 2 that
It was the MTC.
yeah, just trying to get back, the cars into a decent enough condition structurally, let alone get them fast, was hard enough. That's the car that wasn't there for that big shunt because it missed out on the first 2 races. But as I said, if you do that, if you do sit back, you haven't really lost any ground because you're still racing at that level, which is second on the grid. And I wouldn't be surprised if that HMRT Honda just literally, blew everyone away now. So looking at the full course, 15 corners on this wonderful circuit that's been around for over 2 decades now. 927 meters on the straights, lots of fast corners. And that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 13, and 14. Every other corner you pretty much have to brake for, and you have to brake pretty hard as well. So it is definitely a run out at any class of racing. So we'll be having a formation lap. Race control now, already on the case. When I say on the case, I really do mean on the case. We'll be looking at every wheel, every turn, and every move by these drivers over the next, just under an hour. Very hot conditions, very dry. And so far, blue skies ahead.
We've never had any issue in terms of the weather in the morning races because it's always been humid as we know it. But the drivers have come to get accustomed to it.
Be here tomorrow morning, ladies and gentlemen, for tomorrow morning's race.
It's
Now
the
that we've
afternoon
said
races that tend to really provide a different sort of atmosphere and even
all in all,
challenge.
I mean, wherever you are watching around the world right now, if you are, we can tell you as Malaysian residents in Malaysia that it has been pretty predictable over the last week.
Yes, indeed, it has.
Dry
A little
enough.
bit of haze as
A
well.
little bit of haze, that's, from what I understand, coming from the Indonesia side, as it usually does. But it's been hot, and there's been 1 or 2 rainfalls, probably at about 3 or 4 o'clock, but nothing too heavy.
Nothing too heavy, yes. Nothing too concerning, even for the TP drivers who will be competing later on.
Well, that's happening at 1:45, so that's the race that's most likely to get hit by any kind of conditions. Right now, look, you can just see from the reflections coming off the windscreens that there is a lot of sun here. Looking at the grid, Hayden Heikel and Hyro of Dream Chaser up front in first position, Putra Adam in second, Daim Hashamuddin in third, Brandon Hu in fourth. Those are the top 4.
We have Lai Wee Singh and Leon Koo in fifth, Lim Chi Chiok in sixth, Aman Nagdev Rajamiral in seventh, Hendra Adiputra and Niza Adi Rahimi, who could not complete that first race in 8th place.
Sun Chu Po, Ng Chong Chin, Jonathan Z and Mark Darwin. There's OPM Light Racing 11th and Pisau Fan in 12th.
He Wan Jian, Ling Guang Yu, Divyesh Parajun, Luke Anton, take your top 16.
And 17th is Masahiko Ida, 18th Mohamed Najib Ismail, 19th Kang Chi Kyong from Aggie Racing, and 20th Ong Wai Kwong from ST Powered PTE.
Gilbert Ang is in 21st, Chong Kiat Wai in 22nd, Mark Chiu in 23rd, and 24th is Kwek Kian Wee.
And 25th is Yap Chun Wai, 26th is So Choi Xiang, 27th Tan Zi Yang, no coffee near cure, love that name, and Axel Sports in 28th.
Terence Lee in 29th, Shafiq Shamsuddin, Sophia Zara, the father-daughter combination in 30th, Li Chiwa in 31st, Takahushi Yuki in 32nd.
Lo Jiaji in 33rd, Ronnie Risman in 34th, Lam Si Song in 35th, and Mohammed Hakimi, Mohammed Kamil from R Engineering in 30th. And that just leaves Shafiq Shamsuddin as our last competitor. So 37 cars on the grids, which is in keeping with the amount that we've had, roughly about 37 to between 37 and 42, I think, so far this year, which is a huge grid to have
So do you think the drivers would have taken heat from the first race in
Yes,
round 2
absolutely.
when the flag goes green later?
Hey, absolutely, 100% they would have definitely. But it was good to see that in the second race, they were a little bit more well behaved. That was good to know.
But you did speak to Nizar Racing and Adi Rahimi, I
No,
think
we didn't.
mentioned that they just could not.
So we're actually having, because it's such a big grid, we're having a split start. So there's going to be 2 packs. There's MTC is going to be up at the front here, just taking turn 15 now. So MT2, G and V are just at the back of your screen.
That would help.
It would. And I said, this is probably a direct result of what happened last week. Last couple of weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. It just feels a lot longer than 2 weeks ago. But yeah, we're back to racing again up here at Sepang. It's round 3 of the Malaysia Touring Car Championship. Race 1 on Saturday, and the lights are green for MTC.
Daibu Shamuddin straight on it.
Well, look at that. It's great to see all 6 of those cars, all 5 of those cars in a line. But yeah, all vying for those 3 points into center, middle. There's inside and outside. And there's a little bit of a touch there. Just a little bit, but nothing too serious. And now we have the big start, which is MT2V and G.
See, a lot of the cars are jostling for position already.
Yeah, so we just went from 4 lines into turn 1 into about 8 lines into turn 1. And which of these cars is going to get there?
Jonathan Z looks sandwiched between the 2 cars as he looked to try and
I think at this point, Nick, all we have to say is that is a good start from everyone.
Yeah.
We're probably going to have to say that for every round from now on.
Every driver on track has to be applauded and commended.
Yeah, that was a good start. And now the racing really is underway. So this would be MTC. And that number 1 car is going to have Hayden Heikel behind the wheel.
So Hayden has actually quickly overtaken Daibu Shamuddin, I think, in turn 3.
Yeah, Daibu Shamuddin. Well, as you can see, Brandon, well, that's Nikhil Bora.
Nikhil Bora, yes.
Is jostling for position in 3rd.
Daim with the faster 2nd sector, Nikhil with the 3rd.
Now, what's really interesting is, where is Putra Adam? 1, 2, 3.
He's in
4th.
4th.
He's in 5th right now.
5th, sorry, 5th.
Well, for somebody that was up at the top of the grid, that is a very sluggish start. Just being super critical of Putra Adam for once, I think. But
perhaps, you know, he's taking his time to get asserted.
He did mention R&D.
Yeah,
he said, I mean,
the ultimate goal being the S1K, but of course they want to try and get some points on the board as fast as possible.
You could also say that the best R&D and data you could get from any race would be winning it. So therefore, there he is. He's now moved up to 4th.
It's not too far behind.
You know, none of them are actually that far behind. But interestingly enough, Hayden Heikel is beginning to pull away. We'll get some good lap times now as they complete lap 1. What are they starting on? They are starting on a 2:35.079 for Hayden Heikel, 2:36 for Nikhil Bora, 2:36.498 for Daim, and a 2:37 for Putra Adam. So yeah, those 2 cars at the back are falling off the pace. But Hayden Heikel again off to an absolute stormer. Now this would be
Sun Chi Po.
MT2G.
Yeah, MT2G.
That's right. That's for 4th and 5th in position in class.
Ahmad Nagdev in 2nd in that category. Jonathan Z in that Opium Light Racing. Your top 3.
So that would be Bay Racing. Yes, it is up at the front. That's Sun Chi Po. Currently leading MT2G ahead of Aman Nagdev, Ung Chong Ching, Jonathan Z, and Haiwan Jian from the Modern Racing team. That's how MT2G is shaping up. MT2V, Divyesh Parajan, who actually had pole for MT2V, is still leading the way. well ahead of the Hine brothers for Axel Sports. Mohamed Hakimi, Mohamed Kamil, Mohamed Najib, Mohamed Ismail. Well, sorry, Mohamed Najib, Mohamed Ismail is an MT2V, so he's third in MT2V. That's where we stand right now. And the clock, as you can see, right in the center of your screen, is up and running.
Brandon Ho, or rather Nikhil Bora, has clocked the first two fastest sector. So he's swiftly making his way up.
Well, remember at the start of the race, he actually said that if there were no mechanical problems, that he was expecting to be up at the top. So he is lapping faster than Hayden Heikel at this moment in time. There he is, the yellow car on your screen. That's Daim, that's Putradim, just behind him in 4th and 5th. And that would mean our engineering in that orange car. I think that's Lai We Sing. Oh, in fact, I reckon that's Leon Koo.
18 podiums last season, G, from the ARA engineering team. Are we surprised with that?
No.
Not at all, right?
No, not at all. They are the team that delivers the most at this level in Malaysia.
Oh, look, Putradam has actually gone ahead.
Yeah, he has. He's taken a good turn into turn 1, and he's left Daim with a chance on the inside, but no.
He was actually already having a peep coming into turn 15.
Yeah, he was having a look, and it did look like he was going to be pushing through. So he's up to 3rd now, Putradam.
Oh, wow, and the fastest lap so far.
2:31.979 by Nikhil Bora. Interesting. Very interesting. 1 second behind Hayden Heikel now, who doesn't usually get pushed this early. But that yellow car is closing in.
Yeah, and interesting, they said they finished 4th in qualifying yesterday, but they worked on those mechanical issues and looks like it's rectified.
Now, Aman Nagdev, meanwhile, has taken the lead here in MT2G, just ahead of Sun Chu Po. And look at that, behind them, Jonathan Z, Eng Chong Chin, Awan Jan. This is the two at the front. A little bit of a touch. But they're both still on. And they're both still leading MT2G.
Speaking of MT2G, I see Hendra Adiputra, Adi Rahimi, our dominant duo from round 1. They are currently in 7th place.
Not so dominant this week.
Yeah.
Well, round 3 has always had that air about it because it is, as I said, you know, the 75% portion of the championship. So you've already been racing a bit for the year. Well, unlike, of course, HMRT. We said they're just starting now. But for everybody else, they've raced 2 rounds already, so they've got a pretty good idea as to how to set this car up. Putra Adam, wow, look at that. He's having a really huge battle with Daim. I think they're both overtaking each other twice now. Make that 3 times.
Oh, really pushed him wide there, Daim.
Absolutely dicing on turn 15. And that's brought Leon Koo into the package. That's what can happen if you get caught up in this fight. Somebody else comes in. Ooh, that's 1-1-1. That is Masahiko Ida.
Oh, and Leon Koo is now...
That's what I said. You get caught up in the fight, all of a sudden somebody else pops up and takes both of you. Well, Daim is not letting that go. I love it when drivers don't let the racing line go. And
this is a battle for 3rd place.
Well, I don't know if he clipped Leon or not, but Leon's dropped back.
So Hayden Heikel, almost a 2-second advantage.
Yeah, how is that Nikhil Bora thing going?
Nikhil Bora also looks comfortable in front.
They're both the only 2 cars on 232. Putra Adam is now having a look on a very dangerous part of the course, but I think it's just a look. This is the big battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Yeah, they are trailing the top 2 by about
Oh, there's a
4-second
short
lead.
notice full course yellow. Why is that turned up?
Perhaps some debris. And a
We have seen
confirmation.
absolutely nothing. Oh, there are 3 cars. Divyesh Prajan, Kwek Kian Wee. They are now well over
Yeah, they've dropped.
where they're
They
supposed
are
to be.
rapidly dropping.
Divyesh Prajan has now moved to 9th in MT2V. So I'm guessing that's the car that was involved. Well, well, well. If we can get a couple of shots of what happened, we will. But as of now, we're on a full course yellow. The pit window is set to open in 10 minutes. There it is. There's confirmation of. That's the first flag that we've seen. That's the first flag that you've seen. Because it's a short notice FCY. And there's a car on fire at turn 13. That's why. That's the car. It is, in fact, Divyesh Prajan's car. That's DV Motorsports, the pole sitters in MT2V.
They've swiftly extinguished any
Thankfully,
fire.
yeah, they put that car out. And
Yeah.
I'm guessing he got out safely. Well, well, well. It's amazing how quickly you can get just dipped into all sorts of situations here.
And he was not alone. He was with 2 other cars when
There were
this
3 cars that dropped off our timing grid, so
and they're no longer visible on our...
look at that. The back of that car is melted.
Yeah.
Wow. That is serious damage. We were just talking about trying to keep these cars in tip-top condition. Well, Divyesh very lucky to get out of that one, I'm guessing. Well, there's the car actually on fire.
You can see the fire right underneath.
Yeah, you can see him
coming out
running
of the
away from
bonnet
it
as
as
well.
well. Right, well, a fire can leave all sorts of debris on the track, oil, all sorts of things that the marshals have to check for. So we can expect this full course yellow to continue for a while.
That means no overtaking, no going beyond 80
No,
kilometers an hour.
marshals have to get on with their business. They have to get on with the, you know, the key word at any racing circuit, safety. Now that this big incident has happened, you have to check every single factor to make sure that the track is still raceable. There's no, you know, literal banana skins waiting for the rest of the drivers on the track.
Sure, you remember the last round where there was an oil spill on turn 7 and 8, and as a result, there were about 8 cars that skidded off track.
Yeah.
And it took some time for the
It
marshals
was
to clean them up.
18 cars actually got affected, but there were the initial 8. Yeah. So there's Alex Young, of course, he's an F1 legend, and the team principal of Axel Sports, with his son Alistair Young right next to him. Good to see Alistair back on his feet, of course, because Alistair took a bit of a knock in round 2. Now, as a team principal, he's going to be watching this full course yellow very closely indeed. So this was the car that was leading MTC at the start. That was the car that was catching him, the yellow Superpower Lub.
And with the pit window about to open soon.
Look at this, all these cars is keeping their position.
It makes things really interesting to see what happens when
When they
pit
come
window
off.
opens. Yeah, because they
when
try
come
and
off.
stay as long as possible out there, especially our leaders.
Well, it's certainly changed strategy a bit. Having the FCY. But yep, suddenly getting back on the gas again after being in this held position. That can sometimes be a bit tough.
Hayden was, of course, racing in the previous race as well. He's a busy man this weekend.
Oh, well, we're back to green flag racing. I just saw Nikhil Bora suddenly get, oh, he's done it. That's what we're talking about. Nikhil Bora saw the flag earlier. He's come out on top.
Oh, he was quick to spot it and
He was very quick to
grab
spot
that
that.
opportunity.
I wonder if he was too quick, in fact. But look at that. Hayden Heichel is just right on his tail. He's not giving up. It's a bit of touch. Oh, those two have to give way at some point. Hayden Heichel just wrestled that racing line back.
Pretty much just pushed him out of the way.
Pushed him out of the way. Now, I wonder what race control is saying about all of this. Because possibly Nikhil Bora started too early. Possibly. On top of that, what Hayden just did on the back straight, I don't know if that was 100% legal.
Yep. So we are back to where we started.
FCY procedure under investigation. Well, yes, we are back. Well, not quite back, because there was 1.9 seconds between them beforehand. Now there's just 0.4 seconds between them. And you've already had that knock. You know, you've already disrespected each other in terms of racing lines. So
yeah, it's about to get fiery out there.
Things can get a little bit nasty now.
Do you think that Hayden was upset that Nikhil Bora, perhaps he thought Nikhil did not follow the rules and just jump the gun?
Well, it says the FCY procedure is under investigation. Whether that means the end of it, which is what we saw. But yeah, I think he was really frustrated. I think, first of all, Hayden Heichel inside that car said, "How dare you?" And then after that, Nikhil Bora was saying, "How dare you?" on the back straight.
Because 1.9 seconds is still a decent advantage for Hayden to be in front when when we went green again.
The only way you can suddenly make up 1.9 seconds is to jump the FCY. That's what I'm not saying happened, but if it did happen, then of course race control will know that it happened. But I think it looked to me like he just spotted that green flag quicker. We were just talking about it. We were just talking about how difficult it is to come back onto full racing from a full course yellow. So this is what actually happened. You see him speeding up right there, and then straight past. That's what I mean. I don't know if that was just Hayden still on the radio to his team, but then this happened on the back straight. There was no need for this. There's absolutely no need for that, especially no need for this at the end. But he gets the racing line back. These two cars, we're going to look for their numbers. Number 1 and number 3.
Adrenaline running high, tension running high.
Absolutely. So this is back to normal racing now. The high-rev Dream Chaser guys are wondering what kind of race they're about to step into. And that's what's going to happen. They are going to step into a race.
And they are definitely going to stay as long as they can before they come into pit. Because they'll want to have this battle with each other going on for as long as possible.
I can't see these two coming in early at all. Everybody else maybe. That's where everyone else is right now, by the way. That's still Daim Hishamuddin, Putra Adam still fighting it out. Leon Koo just behind them. I'm assuming that's Leon Koo in that car, because I doubt Lai Wei Sing would take first driving honors, and we haven't seen him in the pits either. So once we get confirmation of that, we will let you know. But right now, Putra Adam is proving his worth in that car that has not taken part in MTCC this year so far.
Aman Agdev and Raja Amirul, meanwhile, are top in the MT2 category. Sunchipo Lukawai just a second behind, and they have left Jonathan Z a whopping 10 seconds. So he's got ground to make up in MT2G. Stuart Hine and Charlie Hine.
That's a bit odd, actually, seeing Johnny Z and Mark Darwin 10 seconds back.
Oh, and Putra Adam looks to have perhaps now.
Yeah, but they've been doing this since the start. I think this is the 5th time now that they've been overtaking each other. And look at that, they're just not giving any ground
side by
up
side
at
right
all.
there.
Again, this bouncing onto the racing line tactic that we've seen this weekend. Oh,
he just forced it wide.
Both of them, see, they are taking a very odd line, and Leon Koo is going to be waiting, and he has already, once again, taken a position from that battle. You have to watch yourself when you're having these battles. Our engineering just cleaning up from all the mess that's being made right now in the MTC category. Sakudo Racing, doing so well at the start of the year, 40 seconds off the lead, and they are 6th in MTC. Pit window is now, or should be open in about 45 seconds, which is actually good timing for these guys. I wonder if any of the back three are going to come in first. That is Chong Ching and Johnny Z, who's just talking about OPM. Johnny Z has just moved up to 3rd.
The MT2V, the father and son combination, Stuart and Charlie High, they are in top spot. The R-Works Rios team in 2nd place, Takauchi Yuki and Sumi Naiowa. Muhammad Najib Ismail and partner from the 22 Pro Shop in the top 3 positions. Not seen much of the MT2V.
No, we haven't. This is OPM just coming through turn 9 and 10. So that is still fighting with Sakudo Racing.
Just looking at the top, G, Hayden has taken a marginally, slightly healthier advantage over Nikhil Bora. It's 2.7 seconds now.
If you just got hit by Hayden Heikel, are you going to threaten him again? I don't think so. I think you're going to sit back. I think that's exactly what Superpower needs to do, because from exact words, barring any mechanical issues, or somebody hitting your car on the back straight is a mechanical issue. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you want to avoid. It's the kind of thing, you know, the last thing you want is for your car to stop because of something somebody else did. So I think he's going to just consolidate that 2nd place right now. He's down to 2.7 seconds, lapping a good second slower than Hayden Heikel.
And it's extremely difficult to overtake Hayden Heikel, full stop. He's not an easy man to overtake.
If you're going to do it very
almost
cleanly.
Gets angry when he sees someone ahead of him.
It did look like there was a bit of rage in that move, a little bit, but I mean, yeah, you know, some of the greatest drivers in the world had that very possessive kind of nature of the racing line. Just a little bit possessive, a little bit, that's my line, give it back kind of thing.
Confirmation of the pit window that is
open. Yes. Oh no, it's going to open now. It's opening. It is.
It is open already. Cars are already beginning to come in and pit crew are
opening in. Yeah, that's it. It is now open. And it will be open for the next 10 minutes. Cars coming in. Yes. 91's just come in. That's Kwek Kian Wee from White Scuba. 69 is right, 22 Pro Shop is right in front of me right now. 24 as well, Nisa Racing is right in front of me. So most of those are in MT2V. Oh, it's Hendra and Adi Rahimi. In fact, I'm guessing Adi Rahimi's just coming back up.
And even Leon Koo.
Yes, I can see him just come in as well.
Come in. The only one so far from the MTC class.
While new tyres going on. Literally right above some of these cars. The number 80 car is also right underneath us. That's Team Chun's Motorsport.
Daim and Putra Adam continue to battle it out for 3rd place.
Well, they're still out there, yeah. So only Leon Koo from MTC has come in, but a lot of the MT2Vs and Gs have already made their first stop. And cars taking off very nicely.
Again, swapping positions almost at will.
Yeah, it's like 7th, 8th time now that they've done that. And it's great for us to watch.
Yeah, it makes for great entertainment.
But as to whether it is the right thing to do in terms of tire wear, in terms of risking the car itself, both lapping so well. Putra Adam is actually lapping about 7/100ths of a second faster. That car doesn't look like it's coming out again.
Yeah, that's Lam Zi Seong and Ong Jin Long from the Motul Art Racing.
Yeah, that looks like it's done. It's deep in the garage.
Once it goes into the garage,
Yeah,
you kind of tend to wonder what's going to happen next.
well, I'm sure they'll try and get that car out again, but competitive-wise, I said you're not going to be picking up much from the weekend if it's already that deep in the garage. That's how quickly things can change. We've already seen that today with Divyesh Prajan and his car that was on fire. I said, I hope he gets that car up and running for tomorrow. That's another turnaround. You know, we were talking about the shortest span. It's not just one race that they've had to prepare for in the last 2 weeks. So these two have both taken their fight into the pit lane. Both coming in at exactly the same time. Now, this is going to be interesting to see which of these guys has a quicker pit stop and gets out, or a more effective pit stop. I think they're compulsory, right? You're gonna have to
this is a compulsory 90 seconds.
Yeah, they're going to have to be 90 seconds. So, Aaron Hakim will now get in that car. Daim rushes out. There's Aaron. Brandon Ho. Well, no, Avia Baha will now get into the HMRT car.
A lot of smoke coming out of those tires.
Brake discs, yeah. That's how hot, and we keep talking about the hot action on track. We do actually mean it. Turn 5 incident involving car number 9 and number 666. AGI Racing Team and ST Powered PT. That number 9 car is back in the pits now. So back out on course, and that is now Rahul Rajmaya that's behind the wheel of that car. 23 minutes left to go.
No, I believe Hayden hasn't come in yet, Jeff.
Oh, he hasn't? No, he's still out there.
Yeah, and behind him is Leon Koo, because Leon Koo was the first to come in, so it is already out.
Okay, yeah, I can see that now.
And in fact, Hayden has now developed almost a 7-second advantage over Nikhil Bora, whom we can't even see on screen.
What was I thinking? Hayden had to come in. Sorry, I haven't seen that car in yet. Superpower Love also hasn't come in yet, so the top 2 haven't come in. That car has, so that is Aaron Hakim now, who's out in the 100 car.
And finally comes in Hayden Haikal.
Yeah, that sounds like about the right time to do that. And look at that, I think Superpower's also coming in. Yes.
Yeah, Superpower.
So those are the top 2 for MTC.
Right in front of our commentary booth.
Right in front of our commentary booth. Exactly. Literally, that number 3 car, I can look right into the steering wheel. Out pops Nikhil. In goes Brandon.
And Rahul has also made his way into car number 1.
Making sure the strapping is right. Get that? No. Well, I've still got my eyes on the number 3 car. They're doing pretty well. Car tires going on.
And it seems as if Avila Baha has come out slightly later than
Expected.
yes. So,
Oh, well.
High Ref Dream Chaser scheduled for 90 seconds, and I think it was HMRT that perhaps took slightly longer than that. Will be reflected in the timing.
Well, 130 is the minimum. 208, 213, 253, that's the kind of pit stops that we're seeing. Brandon Ho is now safely in that number 3 car, but still needs another wheel on there. Okay, now that's done. Jacks are off, and he should be launching that car. Well, what's his time like right now? 119, about 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Raul heading out on his out lap.
Raul's heading out for... Yeah, now, Brandon Ho is also coming out. You can see the yellow car at the back. If anyone wanted to know, that's where our commentary box is. So, the leaders are out again.
And for them, it was right on cue, 90 seconds. It didn't seem like they took any longer than that.
So, and is now Aaron Hakim third in position. There's the number 1 car, an out lap. Aaron Hakim's put in a 2:20, 3:43. No, that's the gap. Sorry, he's put in a 4:35. I thought that was a bit fast for a lap. Fastest lap we've had so far is still a 2:31, 9:79. And that was put in by Nikhil Bora.
Yeah, and after that, the lap time seemed to drop off quite a bit.
I think he just thought, you know, I have to get this car finished. And that's the main thing. If it was a clear run from the start, well, that's immediate action straight after the pit window. That is Ongwei Sen, SD-powered PTE. Has had a bit of a skid out at, it looks like, turn 14. So Aaron Hakim powers through. There is the superpower Brandon Ho car. And there is Aaron Hakim. So that's the difference between them. It's not that far, but they're going through some back markers at the moment. Nice smooth take there. It's a skill in itself getting through back markers.
Yeah.
Maintaining that pace, but so Avia Bar has now put in the fastest sector 1. Where is that car? So we just keep our eyes on that Hydrev Dream Chaser 100 car.
This would be Aaron Hakim.
Drove so well. Now Aaron Hakim behind the wheel. And that's kept a good, solid third spot throughout this race. Whatever's been happening ahead of them. But they're almost a full lap behind Brandon Ho and Hay Nickel because they came in so late for the pits. So MTC is looking pretty set. Eddie Liu should now be the leader in that car there, in fact, for Bay Racing. For MT2G. And he's a little bit ahead of Adam Mikhail from Sakudo Racing and Adi Rahimi from Nisa Racing, who I saw get in the car myself right in front of me. MT2V, it's the 22 Pro Shop car who's leading number 69 car. And Sumi Naoma from R-Works Rios should be in second. And now we're going to hear from car 131. Mohammed Hakimi is down with the guys in the pits.
All right, here we are, car number 131 for the MT2G category. We are with the first driver, Hakimi. Okay, Hakimi, apa perasaan Hakimi sekarang ni lepas your first round with the round 3 punya race? Okay, apa perasaan Hakimi?
Perasaan agak mencabar sikit sebab kita dapat position starting yang paling belakang sekali. So benda tu agak susah untuk kita nak dapatkan podium tu, tapi kita cuba untuk dapatkan posisi yang lebih baik untuk kita fight pada race tu esok.
Okay, you rasa your partner Ayub boleh ke dapatkan posisi yang tinggi? You rasa dia boleh? You rasa kereta for now cukup mampu tak untuk dapatkan posisi yang lebih tinggi?
Untuk kereta memang boleh sebenarnya, tapi untuk cuaca sekarang agak panas. So maybe saya harap Ayub dapat maintain je posisi ni untuk kita dapat starting grid yang top 10 besok untuk fight bukan podium. Okey lah.
Okey lah, okey. So you memang confident lah sekarang ni dengan Ayub sekarang ni?
Confident.
Okay, good luck to you and good luck to Ayub as well. Back to you guys.
Thanks a lot, Rena. It is about the whole weekend. It is about building up and making sure that not just this race works, but tomorrow's race as well.
Yeah, and like Hakimi mentioned, weather is of course one of the main factors to contend with.
It is, but let's face it, it could be a lot worse.
Could be a lot worse.
Okay, this is
of
actually
course.
pretty steady considering. It might be.
This is pristine.
Yeah, it might be extremely hot, and it might be, you know, a real nightmare in terms of being in the cars. But trust us, it can get a lot worse. A lot worse. So with 14 minutes left to go, we've actually had, apart from that big fire, well, we'll be back with more of that. Right now, I'm going to take a quick break. Stay with us.
The ultimate. Main technical partner for Lamborghini Super Trofeo. Ventus. Hankook Tire.
Welcome back to the Petronas Grand Prix of Malaysia. You joined us at the Sepang International Circuit for our 19th round of the MotoGP World Championship. It does not get any more tense than this, potentially any more dramatic than this. The stakes could not be higher. The biggest race of the season is going. It's lights out, we're racing here in Sepang MotoGP. Martin runs wide, Bagnaia seizes the inside line. Oh, that is damaged by the back. Big crash by the back. The biggest prize on two wheels is on the line next live. It's time to race in MotoGP.
The ultimate. Main technical partner for Lamborghini Super Trofeo. Ventus. Hankook Tire.
And we're back live for the final 12 minutes of the MTCC round 3.
Yep, it is the business end of the race. And in these 12 minutes, based on their lap times on this very hot day, very fast hot day, should be about 4 laps, maybe 5, to finish off this first race in round 3.
Looks like it's another victory for the high rev Dream Chaser car number 1.
At this point,
20 seconds.
Well, the only thing that can stop them, the strategy's been perfect. They have managed to stay ahead of this car the whole race, and now it's a good 20 seconds. It was lulling at around 1.9, maybe even 2.7 seconds at times, but now up to 20 seconds. So all going well. Yes, it should be a high rev Dream Chaser win in MTC. It should be a Bay Racing win. They're ahead by about 9 seconds in MT2G. MT2V about 7 seconds lead for 22 Pro Shop. So if it stays like this, yes, it should. But you know, now we're getting into reliability areas, and hopefully these cars have not especially outdone themselves in terms of tires more than anything else. So, you know, it might be 4 laps left, it might be 4 or 5 laps left, but we've just got to make sure that those 4 or 5 laps are executed perfectly.
I think the turning point came when they both collided.
They didn't both collide.
Or rather,
Or
it
rather
was
when
Hayden
Hayden
who
collided
sort of
into the
pushed
interview.
Nikhil Bora. Because
Yeah,
at that
that
point,
was the point.
they were side by side, right? And soon after that, we
There
saw
is-
the gap widening.
Maybe it was just a statement of intent by doing that. Car 7, recharge your transponder before the next race. Now that is something you don't see very often. That's Mark Chu. And
Yeah, there's a
Kenny
car in
Chan.
trouble as well, still in pit.
Well, it's still in the pits. As I said, if that transponder doesn't work, then you don't know. Is it in the pits? That's the thing. If the transponder isn't working, then we're not going to know where that car actually is. But, so for example, if you see that car, the number 7 car on track, that means the transponder still thinks it's in the pits, but it isn't. Just one of the very many factors. So this should be Lai Wei Sing now. I'm guessing this car, yeah, this car came in. So Lai Wei Sing
One of the earliest to come in.
That's right.
At our Engineering 39.
So this is MT2G, and as you can see, the 90 car, Bay Racing, still well ahead there.
Do you think Aaron Hakim has a shot at getting to Brandon Ho? He's 6 seconds away.
He's not lapping fast enough right now. He's
about the
lapping,
same time,
yeah,
right?
pretty much exactly the same time, which means he'll stay at exactly the same place on track. I don't think anyone's going to push it from now on in this first race. There would be no reason for it. If you've got yourself a decent position, which the top 4 have, then it's good to build on that for race 2, because there's no way that Superpower is going to make up 20 seconds now. Not with Hayden Heikel lapping at 2:35, which is what he just put in. That's now Adam Mikal in the middle of that Segudo racing car.
Well, interestingly enough, it is Lai Wei Sing and Leon Koo who lead the MTC.
Yeah, by 6 points, isn't it?
Yeah, by 6 points. And Hayden and Rahul are currently in 4th. They, of course, did not finish the second race of round 2 because of that blown engine. But this would give them 15 points, which would take them up to 3rd. So still a lot of ground to make up. This MTC is still very much an open field.
Yeah.
And in round 4, there will be double the points.
That's right. The usual traditional endurance end to the season, round 4. So Lai Wei Sing biding his time well. It's past turn 15. Well, that's turn 14. It's flashing. 7 minutes left. That FCY that we did have earlier on in the race to tackle Divyesh Brajan's on-fire Suzuki Swift is still under investigation. But a lot of the other incidents, no further action. So all in all, it's been a pretty well-marshaled race with the least amount of stoppages. Six minutes left on the clock now. So that is
It'll be Mohammad Hafiz and Sumi Nayoa,
yeah, should be.
presumably.
Certainly is. And ahead of them, that's Lester Lian from Axeworks. That's also doing very well this season. And the family unit of Stuart and Charlie Hine.
When there's a combination that works like a charm, Hayden and Rahul, even in the order that they begin the race, it's usually Hayden that looks to try and get a
Hayden's the faster
bigger,
driver.
bigger
And then
advantage.
Raul's good at consolidating after that.
And we saw that when he came on, how he just surpassed all those back markers to try and really consolidate the top spot.
That's what you need. When it comes down to it in the end, you need to be able to identify who your fastest driver is, and be honest about it as well. You know, everybody wants to be the fastest driver, but whether you actually are or not, it's down to what you can put down on the track. They do have a good system going. They're still 20 seconds ahead. Now there's probably 2 laps left in this race, possibly 3. What's important is that there's a lot of distance between them.
20 seconds or not, I think for this superpower loop, second place is still
12 points to be just
yeah.
fine.
And it would take them past Lai Wei Sing and
Well, that's the
Leon
thing.
Gu.
They are ahead of, you know, Leon and Lai.
Currently, Leon and Lai are not even in the podium positions, in 4th.
Which is exactly what Nikhil Bora was saying at the beginning of the race. If it goes well, they can still make podium, they can still get some points in. So I think it was a good decision he made to not challenge Hayden Heikel after that little touch, shall we say. There's so many different ways you could say it, but after he was hit blatantly by Hayden Heikel, he decided, no, he's going to hang back a bit. And by hanging back, that doesn't mean he's going to lose the race, because he's still ahead of, well, everybody else in the field. So winding down, 3 minutes just over left on the clock.
If anything, it's down to perhaps Lai Wei Sing now to try and get that 3rd spot if he wants to maintain his lead at the top of the MTC category.
Well, exactly. I don't think he's going to do it this time, but there is still, of course, chance for tomorrow's race.
Yeah.
Which will be starting at roughly, well, exactly the same time, 10:45 tomorrow. In fact, an hour earlier, we started 11:50 today, so 10:45 for MTC and MT2, and then TP and TP2 will be at 1:50 tomorrow. That's Sunday's order. 4 races for the weekend. This is the first of them. So, with 2:55 left on the clock, I do believe that is lap 16 for Rahul Raya. That is our 2nd place Brandon Ho, who's now coming around turn 15 with the leader of the MT2G class, Eddie Liu.
Oh, and Hendra Adiputra, Adi Rahimi, Niza Racing have actually got themselves back to
I know.
2nd place. Impressive.
Well done. Really well done. They were quite out of it at one point. Well, I'm also in a place to see the last lap board. It's not out yet, so it'll be this lap plus 1 more. So we should finish at 18 laps for the day. That is the HMRT Honda. Olivia Baha fending off what looks like some back markers from MT2V. And pushing on. Where did they end up in the end? 5th overall, which isn't too bad.
Yeah, I think for them it's a lot of
As I said, it was R&D.
R&D, a lot of findings to fine-tune for tomorrow's race as well.
Interesting though that they were qualified 2nd. They were right at the top of the grid, and so all in all, have they, got enough power for the whole race?
I think they are in this position because they took longer in the pit as well.
Yeah, that could be They're not going to be finishing in the podium position, so they won't have to deal with race ballast, which is another thing.
And
Balance
coming, yes,
performance.
that reminds me, because I remember reading that they also came into this race carrying an additional 30-kilogram ballast on top of the minimum weight. So that's got to weigh on them as well.
That's balance and performance measure, make sure everything's nice and level. The leaders carry that. And of course, reverse grid will start for tomorrow as well. All of these rules or laws are there to make it. Well, somebody's got a timeout and penalty of 30 seconds. In fact, it's this car.
It was because of just now's incident.
I think it's just because of that. Now, he's on the last lap. So that's a 30-second penalty, but he's 20 seconds ahead.
And so then it would be
Brandon
the Super Power
Howard's
lap.
Super Power that are going to be at the top of the podium. That is.
So you're not seeing it on our screens, but we are seeing it on ours then.
I told
Car
you.
number 1, a 30-second penalty confirmation.
Told you something was going to come from that.
The decision would have happened either today or it could have been reflected in the official results tomorrow. But I think it was a straightforward decision.
It was still coming. It was
still coming, yeah.
Sometimes you hear about these things after the race is over. So that car that just exited your screen is now the car that's leading. And do you know what? This car is actually going to finish second. They're 27 seconds ahead, behind Aiden Heichel. So it's not just a penalty. It's a penalty that's exactly the right amount of time to push you back to third.
To third, yeah.
Oh, that's just what happens. And that's also why you shouldn't lose your temper in your car at any point. On to the final lap, but it's going to be a third place finish for High Rev Dream Chaser with the penalty added. I'm sure that Brandon Ho and Aaron Hakim have heard about that now on their radios.
I think as soon as
they're just going to have to keep this pace going.
As soon as they saw the replays, the teams would have said, you know, this could result in a potential penalty, so just keep doing what you're doing.
Sure.
You don't have to push them too hard.
Whether they planned around it, I don't know, but it did look like something was going to come back from that. There was just no need for it. As I said, it was on the straight.
And that would also mean that Nicole Bora was actually right to accelerate just as we went green. There was no infringement whatsoever.
Yeah, that one wasn't pulled at all. So he's all good.
He's all good, yeah.
Wish we could say the same for this car. We can't. Final lap, coming to the final corner. But while it's a win on paper, it's not going to be a win in history.
And that would mean that they would not even make it to third on the MTC standings if they were to finish in a third. That would only give them 10 points.
I'm pretty certain now they have finished the third. So they've gone through. So this is the actual winner of the race.
As it stands?
As it stands, yeah.
And that is confirmation of a checkered flag.
Yeah, there's High Rev Dream Chaser's 100 car coming through as well. Engineering's finished. And Malaysia will be next through. While Bay Racing has also come through. There's the winner, Eddie Liu, for MT2G. And our MT2V winner, Lo Jia Ji and Lee Chun Kit from Privateer, number 33. They've put in a really good run for this race. But there's our winner after the penalties. Yes.
Great stuff from
one.
the super powered loop. 2 consecutive runner-up positions in round 2, and they've kicked off round 3.
By going to the top of the standings.
And this would be reflected in podium later on as well.
Yeah, they'll be coming around now to put these cars into Parc Fermé. Pretty much everyone else is finished. Pretty much, anyway, down to 19th on the grid. 20th now through. That's Ong Jin Long from Motor Arts. And you can just see on the left side of your screen all those checkered flags.
See the race marshals prepare to welcome. Get those cars in. The head of the marshal looks extremely busy, Jeff. He's just telling them where to stand and how the cars will come in. Because not all these marshals are here, I presume, on a race-by-race basis. Some of them are perhaps newcomers. There they are, ready to welcome, and IREF Dream Chaser
I
first
did
in.
say last time we were out here I was going to give you the detailed origins of the checkered flag. I can tell you now, the checkered flag originated at a road rally in 1906, believe it or not. Wow.
As you can see, no celebrations from.
No.
And this would be the celebration when the super.
Yeah, it's very muted stuff from IREF Dream Chaser because,
Super
let's
Power
face
Lap
it, they
comes in.
did put in an absolutely perfect run. There's nothing wrong with what they did at all, except for that one incident. And that one incident wasn't an accident. I'm sorry, Hayden, it wasn't an accident. It was on the straight. There was no need to push your car into another person's car. That was dangerous driving. I think that's probably what in the end, the section that was called. So all the winners and cars at Parc Fermé.
There is Brandon Ho already getting congratulated. This is, of course, their second victory.
Well done, I say. Now let's get down and talk to the winner from car number 3.
The winner for our MTC category. We have Brendan and Nikhil. Brendan!
Yeah, hi.
Brendan is like all over the place. He's like, wait, what just happened, right? Okay, Brendan, how was the race for you? Because I think we saw a very intense competition that went on, right? How was it for you?
Yeah, I mean, I have to give props to my partner, which is Nikhil. He did an amazing first stint. A bit rough with the high rev, but we managed to get P1 at the end as well because of the track limits by high rev number 1. So we remained calm, we did our best, we kept pushing, and yeah, to get this result is really, really good. Yeah.
I did speak to Nikhil earlier. Of course, he mentioned there were some technical difficulties that he may face in the race. And he also mentioned where he's also a little behind in terms of placement on the track. So how do you think you guys did? Do you think you faced that kind of challenges throughout the race?
Yeah, definitely. Even during practice, we weren't able to really test out the car due to some mechanical issues. But props to Papaya Auto House. The mechanics did an amazing job overnight to get the car ready for the race. There's still a bit lack of pace, but definitely competitive. Yeah, we can definitely go for it. Yep.
And of course, that gave you the win. Congratulations to Brandon and Nikhil, winners for our MTC. All right, back to our gentlemen.
Yeah, fantastic performance by Superpower, and we were just talking about Nick earlier on about how these guys have to get their cars turned around ready. He was just talking about how brilliant it was for the mechanics to get this car ready in time for this first race, and hopefully be pushing on for tomorrow's race as well.
Yeah, exactly. Working through the night to get the car prepared, and it's paid off handsomely for them. Second victory of the season. They also picked up top spot in race 2 of round 1. And kicking things off in round 3 with a nice win.
Nice smooth win in some sunny times. As I understand it, the Well, we're going to get back down to Parc Fermé now, and we're going to be talking to the winner of MT2G. That's from Bay Racing.
All right, MT2G winners, congratulations to car number 90, Eddie and Chupo. How do you guys feel? Was this something you expected today?
No, it's not easy, but we got a very good preparation for today. Yeah, thank you team to provide us a very good car, consistent car. Thank you to the team.
So Chupo, tell us, is this the victory you were expecting today, or do you think that, okay, maybe today we just go slow a bit and tomorrow we give it our all? What is your game plan here?
No, I just tie my brakes, just maintain. Yeah, Eddie passed the car for me. Yeah.
Okay, so Eddie, during your start, do you feel any difficulties that you face? Because we all noticed a bit of a competitive, rocky start at the fast. How did you feel about that? Do you think that it was very difficult for you to bring it forward?
Yeah, at first, the first part, the first few laps, I was fighting with the car 122. Yeah, the pace is very fast for 122. No, after that, he passed me, then I just follow him. I know we can win the race, so I just maintain my pace.
Yes, and definitely that gave you guys the victory. Congratulations once again. See you guys on the podium, and back to our gentlemen.
So our winners there from MT2G, and also very thankful to the team effort, because that's what it's all about. It's about a group of people that get these things, results sorted out. But they were lucky, I think, Bay Racing this time. So looking at the full results in MTC, this is, well, Brandon, who in the end, as I said, wins. Hayden Heikel finished up in second in the end, very lucky. Daim Hashmuddin in third, Lai Wei-Sing in fourth, Putrado in fifth, and Lim Ee-chok well off the pace in sixth.
And in the MT2G, Eddie Liu and Sun Chipo, whom Arin spoke to earlier, takes top spot. Hendra Adiputra, Adi Rahimi did really well to take second spot. Ng Chon Chin, Adam Mikal completing your top three. Hai Wan Jan, Boy Wong in fourth. Jonathan Z, Mark Darwin in fifth. Hakimi Ayub in sixth. Kan Chi Kyong, Chow Tek Song seventh. Ling Yuan Yu, Chan Chong Sang in eighth. Pisau Fan in ninth. And Luke and Steve in the top 10.
And looking at 11th to 19th, Ong Wai Kwong, Gilbert Ang and Masahiko Ito up to 13th. Yap Chen Wai, Sochi Sang and Kwek Kan Wee up to 16th. And of course now into the DNFs, Aman Nagdev, who did so well at the start. Lam Si Song and Ronnie Risman from 17th to 19th.
Muhammad Najib Ismail from a 22 Pro Shop taking top spot. Tan Zi Yang, no coffee, no cure. Jiva in second spot. Lee Chiwa completing your top three. Father and son, Charlie and Stewart in fourth place. Lee Jian Hee in fifth. Chong Kiat Wai in sixth. The Japanese combination of Artworks Rios in seventh. Liao Jia Yi in eighth. Mark Chiu, Kenny Chan in ninth. Divyesh and Harkif Jiwa could not finish the race.
Yeah, had a car on fire as well. I mean, Shafiq Shamsuddin is 11th in that class for MT2V. Now I can hear the podium kicking into life, and we'll be back with that just as soon as we've looked at the highlights for today. So it was a split start at the beginning. MTC started off before MT2V and G, and that was a nice, well, happy to report, nice, clean, smooth start for all three categories. This was the big fight for MT2G. And we did see a couple of people in the end push off. This FCY was for a huge fire that happened to Divyesh Rajan. Thankfully, he was okay. But when they started off, it was quick reactions from Nikhil Bora that put him in front. That led to a very angry reaction from Hayden Heikel. And track limits, we heard, was the reason why they got a 30-second penalty. But in the end, that would cost him. This was happening throughout the entire race. That was Daim versus Putra Adam. And then after that, it was Aaron Hakim. And it was, well, at least 7 or 8 times they overtook each other for third and fourth place. Good showing from our engineering once again, but they would end up out of the points. Things did get a little bit hot and heavy at the end, but it was a good win for Bay Racing in MT2G, 22 Pro Shop and MT2V. And in the end, it was that yellow car from from Super Power Papaya that would take the win due to a 30-second penalty that was handed out for that #1 high rev Dream Chaser car. So a lot of action happening at MTCC 2025, round 3, race 1. So as I said, the podium looks like it is coming soon. Before we get there, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a bit.
The ultimate. Main technical partner for Lamborghini Super Trofeo. Ventus. Hankook Tire.
Welcome back to the Petronas Grand Prix of Malaysia. You joined us at the Sepang International Circuit for our 19th round of the MotoGP World Championship. It does not get any more tense than this, potentially any more dramatic than this. The stakes could not be higher. The biggest race of the season is go. It's lights out. We're racing here in Sepang MotoGP. Martin runs wide. Bagnaia seizes the inside line. Oh no, there's damage by the back. Big crash by the back. The biggest prize on 2 wheels is on the line next live. It's time to race in MotoGP.
The ultimate. Main technical partner for Lamborghini Super Trofeo. Ventus. Hankook Tire. the ultimate. Main technical partner for Lamborghini Super Trofeo. Ventus. Hankook Tire.
You guys are now here for the Petronas Grand Prix of Malaysia 2024. This is the 75th edition of MotoGP, as well as the 25th anniversary as well for the MotoGP being held down here in Malaysia. Throughout the whole time that we're here, we have lots of MT2.
Welcome back to our continuing live coverage of MTCC. As you can see, the podium is up and ready. So this is MT2G. Well, Nisa Racing were heading the standings at the start of this race, and a podium finish here is only going to see them cement that further. Bay Racing were in 7th position in the standings at the start of this weekend, so this has done their campaign a great boost. Our strategic communication manager, who also helps us a great deal in the commentary box.
Indeed,
as well.
he does.
Great to see you up there, Farah. He's always giving us all the information we need, letting us know what's going on. So MT2V podium will be next, as Farah gives out the trophies.
Together with our winners and our ambassadors for a group photo.
So there's the group photo for our podium winners.
Our brothers are winners on the top of the podium, please. For our photo with all the winners for the MT2G category. Round 3, race 1.
Our MT2G winners ride off into the sunset, so to speak. Let's see, Reno is ready with our MT2V winners.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, next we have the Malaysia Touring Production 2 MT2V category. In third place, car number 72, Axworks, Lee Chua and Lester Lianjiawei.
Well, Axworks have been doing very well. In fact, they are topping the table right now, entering this weekend. Another strong performance from them.
Car number 888, No Coffee, No Cure, Tan Zi Yang and Kingston Tan.
Well, this is the first significant result for No Coffee, No Cure. They were running in 8th place at the start of the weekend.
MT2V category. Car number 69, Tutu Pro Shop, won by Najib and Ahmad Firdaus.
But that is the biggest result. 22 Pro Shop coming in with a very, very good win for them. They started the day 7th in the standings. Great to kickstart your campaign. And round 3
third place, second place, and
Says Ramis, Manager, Information Technology, Petronas, Sepang International Circuit. He's going to be the man who is ultimately in charge of that wonderful website, sepangcircuit.com, where, of course, you can find all of those great bargains, initiatives, and discounts on things as far as the Petronas Grand Prix of Malaysia itself. So there you go, there's our winner podiums for MT2V. Which means only one podium left. It's going to be MTC after this. Well, they put in a great performance today. But it's a third spot finish for them.
In second place, Harab Dream Chaser, car number 1, Rahul Rajmer.
Aiden Heichel doesn't turn up for the podium. That is very indicative of what's been going on in that team. Well, so it's not been the best of days for them. It was the best of days for this team, though. General Manager of HK Motorsports. So VIP on hand with the trophies. Wonder if Rahul Rajwar is going to have 2 trophies. I think he is. No, he's just getting one. They're going to save Aiden's. I hope he's okay. I think he's wrong with him. He just hasn't turned up.
He could be preparing for
If
another
that's true,
race.
he might seriously. Is he in?
Yeah, I
the
think he's in
standings?
the TSS.
Yeah, certainly looks like a lot of emotions on that podium today for the first race. And there you go, that's MTC Race 1 podium. So we have our winners for MT2V, MT2G, and MTC. And that brings us to the end of round 3, race 1, MTCC. Don't go anywhere, because in about half an hour, the Touring Production 2 race is going to be kicking off. We'll join you for that in just a minute. Stay with us.